There we are. Hopefully everything works okay because it looks like it's being a little choppy already, and I don't like that.
No. Hey, K Munin.
K Munin is joining us. Who else is with us? Renard is
Renard
there
is here.
And
he says that the Bugs Bunny show from 60 to 62 will be on DVD this time next year.
Okay. And no, K Munin asks, I did not wear at the show. It was.
There we go, playing games already.
Playing games already. Hopefully we don't have issues tonight.
Hey Richard, how are you?
We've been having problems ever since that blackout, and our extenders wouldn't work anymore. Anymore. And I tried to shift the tower over. I just got to be careful because I'm trying to direct the antenna because I know where the position of the router is. Is Lee joining us?
Hey Lee. How are you?
Of course, I was live already today. I was live this morning from the Retro Toy Swap in Powder Springs. I was on before 10 a.m. Just showing people, of course, the Retro Toy Swap. It's just introducing the show to people. Some people have seen me out there before. Some people have never seen that show. And it's a good outdoor show. It's free to come. The tables are inexpensive if you wanted to set a table up. And you get a lot of people, because it's so cheap to set a table up, you get a lot of people who are not vendors, which means that, man, they just get stuff they're trying to move. And you can get really good deals that way. And so we've had a lot of luck going to those shows.
Yeah, and I met a guy today, and I think he was like that. A guy I never saw out there before.
Yeah.
He had toys, but he had a lot of really good records. I bought records from him. And, ready to move. I mean, he had it priced. He was like, don't worry about the price. Everything is for sale.
Yeah.
And he gave some really good stuff.
Don't want to take it home.
A good number of vintage items. Yeah, it usually is.
And because that's a turnoff for me. There's Migo Matt.
Hey, Migo Matt.
If it's a show, and I've gone to it a couple of times, and it's primarily new stuff, it's going to be an ocean of like vendor after vendor after vendor with Funko Pops and Marvel Legends
and Black Series.
Yeah, Star Wars Black Series and stuff. I'm really kind of done. I'm not interested in seeing that. I prefer even if it's stuff I don't collect, I want to see the vintage stuff because I appreciate the history of it.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny when you see stuff at a show that's also in Walmart and Target and Ross or wherever you buy, Big Bad Toys or wherever you buy from, the stuff is there. So it's like, for me, and this might be the wrong attitude, but when I go to a show, I'm expecting to find something that I can't go and pick up from Walmart.
Yeah.
Or a store like that, or a Big Bad Toy Store or something. That's what I expect to see. If it's from 2000, that's fine. It's still, at this point, it's vintage, but it's still something I can't find.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to a show and everything that's out there. If I walked into Walmart, I would see the exact same thing.
Or Ollie's.
And
then some of these guys don't even have the courtesy to take the Ollie's and Walmart clearance price tags off. I pointed that out before. And it's like, yeah, dude, you might want to pull that Ollie's tag off there, or whatever. It's not flattering. It's not flattering. It's not like the old days because if I get a vintage item and it has a price tag on it, I'm fine with that. As long as it's not a massive, because some places would put this, like Lionel Playworld, I think, would put like this huge red, like 3x5 sticker on there. And that's just terrible. But if it's a normal price tag and even a clearance tag, I'm fine with that because to me, it's a little bit of history for the item.
Yeah.
But I don't need that history if it's from last week. So it's like, give me a break.
Yeah, and see, that's what I'm talking about. You can go to Target or Walmart or someplace and find it in the clearance section. What I do enjoy seeing, you see a lot of DVDs and VCR tapes showing up
Yeah, a
now.
lot of more VCR. I mentioned that in the video. You're seeing more and more VCR tapes at these shows.
Yeah.
And you're seeing more vintage video game items turning up at these shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was nice. And after we left there, we actually went to 2 estate sales.
And there's the sharp contrast. I'm gonna do an estate sale pickup video, because it's a sharp contrast between a professionally run estate sale and a family just having an estate sale to clear the house out. And the professionally run one, where the prices are like insane. Like there was a $2,500 dresser and a $2,000 clock. I kid you not.
Yeah, we went to 2.
Yeah.
One of them was run by a service.
Yes.
The other one, I think, was also run by a service. I think those women at the second one, I think they were a service, but a service that was like, look, we're going to just get rid of this stuff. Because they were just.
And I found some interesting stuff there. And I'm gonna do a video of today's pickups, and also a video of the estate sale finds. And I'll give you a little bit of a preview. I know some people are curious, and I'm going to show in a little bit here a couple of things that I picked up from the retro toy swap. I'll show that tonight, but I'm still putting up an independent video.
Yeah.
And she's going to put up a couple of videos on her channel as well.
Yeah, to show the things that I picked up.
Yeah, and then I'll show you something from that estate sale too. And I was just like, because I had some really surprising luck there, but I think I'll do also an extra video for the estate sale coming up here shortly.
Yeah, amigo Matt, as he says, what interests me in toy shows is hoping to see vintage toys I had as a kid that I completely forgot about until that moment. And that's what I look for when I go to a toy show. You see something, that's why we don't go with expectations of finding a specific thing. You just kind of go and walk around and see what catches your eye.
Yeah.
And it's something like, oh man, I remember that. Or, oh man, just like, I didn't even know this existed.
Yeah.
So that's the thing I like about toy shows. Again, not going there and expecting to see everything that's in the store right now. Yeah, I came in and they had way more VCR tapes than they did Blu-ray.
They're making a huge comeback, because I mean, they keep telling you, and I see it on Facebook and everybody all the time, oh, they're not designed to last and they're only good for like 10 years. And that's a load of crap, because you can play a VHS. I've got a VHS player and I can put a cassette in it from like the 80s and it works fine.
Yeah.
As long as a magnet doesn't touch those cassettes, they work. So, I mean, seriously. And there's Richie.
Yay,
from
Richard.
Boston. Yep.
He's from Yonkers.
Oh, from Yonkers. That's from that commercial. The
my cousin from Boston.
Yeah, Richie from Boston. That's a commercial for beer or something.
Oh. He's home alone
with his cats. That's good company.
Yeah, because his wife went to the Spanish cowboy party.
That's
and Ooby Dooby
there's
is here.
The preview. He said wants to know about the Dark Water ship. The box was a little rough, but it's unbuilt. It's new condition inside.
So the contents that's supposed to be in the bags are still in the bags. And they had the trees, you know how they used to put the stuff on the trees? It's still on the trees.
Yeah.
So the people opened the box and took the stuff out to put it together. And when they saw it, they said they were scared.
It was too complicated for them.
Yeah, they said they were they said they got scared. It was a husband and wife. And they put it back in the box. It was like, nah, we ain't gonna touch it. So they put it back in the box and sold it as is. The box does have a tear.
Yes.
But
it's such a rare toy though.
Yeah,
it is.
But I was actually fine with it because everything is still in the bag. It's 100% complete.
Yeah.
The stuff is still in the bag and everything is still on a tree. Nothing was disturbed. And it's like, man, and it's so cool to find toys that old that nobody opens. Somebody gave a kid that toy. They didn't open it.
Didn't care.
Didn't take it out of the bag. Didn't even put it together. It's like, you know, it makes you wonder what happened.
Yeah, like, hold on, I'll give you an example.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to pull something off the shelf real quick here, and I'll give you an example of that.
Richard said, I didn't get a chance to go see Masters of the Universe. I heard it was good. I've been hearing a lot of things. I have not watched any reviews on it yet.
Yeah, I don't want to see a review.
Yeah, I don't want to watch a review. I might watch it next week after we go see it, but I haven't watched it yet. I don't want to be like
carded Fisher-Price Adventure People, Astronite, right? And you see on there, this was a Christmas gift. It still has the name tag, Christmas sticker on it. The name has been ripped off, but there's somebody received this once upon a time as a Christmas gift and never opened it. They were like, I don't want that shit. But seriously, they didn't care. And Ray's saw Masters.
Yeah, he saw it
because that's the history of this toy. Somebody didn't want it, and you find stuff like that. I've seen stuff with pieces of Christmas wrapping paper still attached.
Oh Jesus!
Things like that, yeah. Or you knew it was a gift, and for whatever reason,
from Nana,
never touched. Yeah, never touched it. And I would have been all over this as a kid. You know, I mean, he's not their best figure. The Astronites, they only have 3 points of articulation. But, you know, on a glider kit, I'll throw that thing all over the place. So, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. But that's, you find stuff like that from time to time. And like I said, that's a little bit of toy history right here. This is the history of this toy.
Yeah.
So once upon a time,
kid got that for Christmas.
Got that as Christmas. And we're like, the hell is this? I want a G.I. Joe. That's the same size as a Joe figure, but mama.
Yeah.
And then it just sat in the attic. And now it's mine.
Yeah. No, neither one of us picked up any DC or Marvel comic action figures today. No. Did not Wikipedia it because it spoils. Oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna do anything.
No, we're gonna wait till we see it. We're gonna see it next Saturday. We will see it next Saturday.
Oh, okay. Migo Matt saw on eBay that pumpkin that's missing. There's a few
about the blow molds.
Around $20.
Yeah,
okay, thanks, Migo Matt.
Thank you. I'll look.
And Richard loves Adventure People.
If I can put it, Fisher-Price Adventure People was a fantastic toy line. I love those. This is what he's talking about. And this came from the estate sale like last week.
Last week we went to
and I think it was like $3.
Oh yeah, we went to that one up the street.
That's right. And I found that Halloween stuff, and this is one of the Halloween pieces that I find that I found that I showed it in the video, and it is an original. But he's supposed to have a little pumpkin on there, and this is still worth a few bucks even without it. And he does work and does light up. But yeah, I mean, it'd be great if I could get the pumpkin for this. Because you know, vintage blow molds and vintage Halloween decor. If you haven't seen, I mean, I can show you guys real quick the other stuff I picked up because they had a bunch of vintage holiday stuff. And he does work. It's original plug-in light, and the light still works. So I've tested it. But I'll show you the other stuff if you haven't seen that video, if you're curious. And I will show you a few pieces that I picked up today as well.
Ooby Doob says that he never knew Adventure People existed. But he'd love to have the whole set for a G.I. Joe Springfield.
Oh, no place like Springfield, yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool.
They were a great toy line. They were a great toy line. And
hey, Ray
said, never knew Ding-a-ling robots existed until eBay, but also, behold, there it was on your live stream today. Yes, and I did get a couple. I did get a couple of those. I talked to the guy, and it always surprises me who knows who you are, because I was like, when I was negotiating with him, I said it's going to end up in a museum, and he says, I know, and I hope I get to see them on one of the upcoming videos. And I'm like, okay.
It was a guy there. I was teasing David about something. It was a this guy had a set of Thunderbirds, and I was like, Sid and Marty Krofft. And the guy said, that's not Sid and Marty Krofft, it's whatever it
Jerry
is.
Anderson.
Jerry Anderson. And I was like, I know, I do that to him on purpose.
She does.
To get a reaction from him is a thing that we do. And he laughed and all of that. Then we was walking around.
I would have got those if they weren't open.
Yeah. Then we were walking around and I got some records. And he, you know, he showed me some more records and told me where to go get them. And I told him I didn't need it. And he was like, you can put it in your case. And I was like, yeah, I got a case. My husband built for me, and I was going to show him the pictures. He was like, yeah, I know, I saw it. You watched the videos? He was like, yeah. So then we started talking about records and, you know, just maintaining them and all of that. He gave me a lot of great tips, and I did not get his name. I wish I did, so I can thank him.
Yeah, a lot of people said hi to us. And, you know, we appreciate you.
Johnny just finished watching the Masters of the Universe movie, and he approves. And Richard loves Alpha Flight. And Ray, glad you picked them up. Ray's glad that we picked up what we picked up.
Yeah, these are art form wall hangs from like the 1970s. Look how intact these are. Because it's what do they call this? The vacuum form blow mold.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you bend this the wrong way, the whole thing will split and crumble apart. Ooh. These are so fragile. Because they were made to be cheap and disposable. You hang it on the wall and you throw it in the trash.
Yeah.
And these came from that estate sale last week. Mm-hmm. They were showcased in the video.
That person had so much Christmas stuff. Yes. And we've been going to the estate sales because we went, like I said, today we went to 2. And you can tell it was older people. So many Christmas stuff. I was like, man, these older people love their Christmas stuff. I agree with you, Kay Munin, about people on the live stream. I'd rather listen to the people on the live stream talk about movies instead of watching the reviews. Because we watch review channels. We do. Basically just to hear what they got to say. Not so much to take their word for it, but they do kind of show you a little bit. Sometimes they tell you what the movie's about a little bit. Kind of give you an idea if it's something you want to see. But I'd rather hear it from a person that, you know, you kind of chat with back and forth because they kind of know what you like and don't like. And they can tell you, yeah, you would like that because, or you wouldn't because,
yeah,
like that.
This is the Stokely Van Camp's window store display, 2-sided, and it's intact. And this is from the 70s.
That's what Migo Mattis.
Yeah, 70s store display. And I was and this is a rare piece. I was shocked that this was sitting in their garage just with a pile of crap in front of it against the wall. And I was like, oh my God, look at this. And this is coming home.
Oh boy, Johnny is going to multiple theaters trying to find a Battle Cat popcorn bucket. No luck yet. You can actually get in without buying a ticket into the theaters. I think I remember a Hulk blow mold in the 80s, says Lee.
Oh, well, guess what then, Lee? You'll love this. Because that was made by A.J. Renzi. And A.J. Renzi did a Hulk, a Spider-Man, and a Thing figural head bank. And they also did a Hulk and a Spider-Man Halloween bucket. I don't think they did a Thing bucket, but they did do Hulk and Spider-Man, and those were made in the 1970s. And that is one of my pickups, coincidentally, from the
estate sale.
Not from the estate sale.
Oh no, not from the estate sale. My bad.
From the retro toy swap today. You didn't see this in the video because I got this before I was filming. And they are intact. And this is the original condition. This is how A.J. Renzi did them. That, you know, bad paint scheme and all. No holes in it. A.J. Renzi, 1979, and the strap is intact. That's a big figural head bucket. Look at that.
And that's what I was saying today. These right here would make decent popcorn buckets for these movies that's coming out instead of what they have. Because after you'll get a lot of popcorn. And then 2, they display well. You can put them on your mantle or bookshelf or whatever you're doing and display them.
And those figural buckets that they're selling don't really hold very much popcorn. The one, a handful of popcorn in some of those stupid things. But these are what you were thinking about. I believe. Mattel, was it Mattel or Hasbro? I think it's Hasbro also made a full body blow mold Spider-Man and Hulk, but those were gumball containers.
Oh, okay.
Not banks or was it? Well, hold on a second. I have one. I'll grab it.
K-Muna says, despite good things about the Motu movie, do you think the toy lines will do good or go on clearance? I don't know how people are feeling. I think they're going to go back and buy the retro ones more than the newer ones. Oh, okay. That's something else.
Yeah. See, this is the one from the 70s from Hasbro. And they did Spider-Man and the Hulk like this, and it is a coin operated. That's why I got confused. Bank or gumball machine. Coin operated gumball machine. You put a penny in the slot, and you get a gumball out. And of course, it still has the gumballs in it because it's never been opened. It's still sealed, and it has a Shaw's price tag. $1.50 once upon a time, and they only did the Hulk and Spider-Man. For these 2, but this is also, blow mold, cheapy blow mold. But this also could be what you were thinking of. I don't have the Hulk one, just the Spider-Man. Oh yeah, Ray, the Hulk utility belt. That one was a foreign variant. I think it was in Spanish.
We are going to the AMC movie theater to watch Masters of the Universe. I don't care nothing about no bucket, no popcorn, boy.
Not for no $40 to $80.
No, I mean the popcorn at the movie theater ain't that great anyway.
No, it's soggy.
Yeah.
But I love this kind of stuff. I do, especially AJ Renzi anything if it's in really good shape. Because a lot of AJ Renzi stuff, it's got splits and cracks, or the buckets are often missing the straps, or if it's the bank, the hole's been cut out on the bottom, and you can find them without the hole cut out. But man, I love that stuff.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Richard. Using them as Halloween decorations and putting a little candle tea light in there, that battery powered one, and it'll glow. You can get that.
And
I think you're right, David. The gumball machine we're talking about.
Okay.
But the figures, I don't know if those figures are going to do well. I think people would want the older figures.
There's a lot of hype now.
But today at the toy show, there was a lot of Masters of the Universe figures, more than normal.
Of course, I didn't see any at first, and I was wondering. I thought I'd see more, but then I started seeing them coming out.
Yeah, AMC is supposed to have the bucket.
Well, oh well.
Maybe they will.
And this
maybe they won't.
Is what they were talking about there earlier. These are Topper Dinglings, and they are robots. They are plastic with clockwork inside. Battery operated, and they came out in what I think 1971 by Topper, and there's a price tag on there, but man, it's pretty hard to make out what the price might have been at one point.
You can wipe that down with a wet cloth.
Yeah.
Get it kind of cleaned up.
So I did pick up a handful of these from that guy. Thank you very much. Got a good deal on them. Very innovative toy from Topper, but just, not the right time. There was action figures was the thing coming on in 1971, especially because of the popularity of the G.I. Joe had heavily influenced the entire toy industry from 1964. because you put batteries in it and it comes, you buy tracks for it. And these will walk on those tracks no matter where you put them. You can put them up the wall, across the ceiling, spin them in loops.
Hey, Dr. Cohen.
And
they
will walk on those tracks without fail. And so you can build your whole little ding-a-ling world. And again, very innovative concept. They went through a lot of trouble promoting these Topper, and it just didn't go anywhere. There's the chef. He still has his little meat grinder in there. Some of them come with accessories and they're often missing. That's why I didn't get, they had a couple of, I know this guy's called, which one? Called Boxer, but there is a figure that is a boxer that he had that I do not have, but the boxing gloves were missing because they're spring loaded. And they launch. So I did manage to grab a couple of those. You never see these at shows. You never see these at shows. I've only ever at one other convention, and this was a few years back, and I think it was at Joe Fest, like maybe 3 or 4 years ago, saw a guy had some dinglings. And so there's, most of the pieces aren't too bad. Some of them can get weird and expensive, but most of them are not that bad. And I do like these, so I figured, yeah, if I can work a deal out, I'll grab a few. And we negotiated something, and it was cool. So I did pick a couple of those up. And like I said, I'm gonna put, we have a whole other video. It's gonna go up. It'll probably go up tomorrow, showing everything that we got at the retro today. And then I'm gonna do another one, maybe go up Monday for the estate sale, because man, I found some crazy stuff at that estate sale. I was shocked.
Dr. Cohen is picking up some pizza for the Masters of the Universe movie.
Okay. Hey, I'm a pizza fan. I love me some pizza. I really do. I've always liked pizza. I also got, and you saw me buy this on the live stream, is another Imperial Godzilla.
Are they different colors or something?
They're supposed to be the same color, but you could get 30 of these and line them up and they'll all look different because they're just so weirdly painted. So weirdly painted. But they came in 2 sizes. This is like the 8-inch, and then they have like a 13-inch. And I only have like one 13-inch, but I do have a couple of these already. But if I can find one for a good price, man, I'll grab it. I'll grab it. And I almost missed it. But then at that same vendor, I went back, and he had the Imperial King Kong. And he's not an action figure. He's a figurine because he's hard rubber. Like you could throw this at your sister and hurt her, and she'll go crying to mama and tell on you, and you'll get in trouble. But these are imbued. What you do?
I didn't do anything.
Okay, it went black for a second. They're usually in really, really bad shape, and this one is actually in really decent shape. So 75 or 76 Imperial Godzilla, I think. And because I was looking at it, I was like, is that an Imperial Godzilla? Let me see. And sure enough, he did have the crown on the bottom of his foot. That's how you tell. See, there's that little crown, and then it says made in Hong Kong. It's 19. That's before they transferred everything. So yeah.
Hey, Frank and Frog, how are you?
High five, anybody? Yeah, Frank and Frog joining us today.
Yeah, and Ray says the Topper military played Johnny 7 in '64, transitioning into the sci-fi dinglings. Yep. I'll just say that the popcorn that's in where the basket is already done, and we were told to do a fresh popping session when the next movie starts. The popcorn will be ready.
Yeah, get the fresh popcorn.
Well, they make that popcorn early, and then they just keep adding
they put it
popcorn
in a giant bag, and then they dump it out.
Yeah. Then they dump it back in there and just add more popcorn and mix it up and do all of this and that there.
So I was real thrilled about these. I know it's a silly thing, but I'm a silly guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think this is the 5th one I have now.
Oh, okay.
Of this. Of the Imperial Godzilla, the small one. I don't have but one of the big ones. Oh, I've got a few of the Dormai Godzilla-ish ones because those are not officially licensed, even though, and these are. So yeah, went back and found a really good price on it. She found some great stuff, but I mean, you'll see that in the video. Then there was that estate sale. And I'm not going to show you a bunch of stuff from the estate sale. Like I said, I'm going to do an independent video, but I will show you a little teaser. This is one hell of a teaser, actually. See if anybody knows what this is. Who knows what that is? I'll give you a second, and then I'll tell you. I'll tell you what this is, and I'll explain it. This is a big deal, actually. It is. I was shocked to see this. Frankenfrog likes the Godzilla. Yeah, I'm over any vintage Godzilla. And again, that same guy had a version 3. Yes, it is Porky Pig K-Munin. That's your first clue. It does say it right there, though. That's cheating. But he had a version 3 Shogun Godzilla. I think he had 400 on it. I probably could have talked him down, but I just couldn't afford it. I mean, I would take another one. If I've got a set of the Shogun Godzillas. I've got all 3 versions. But if I found another one, even though I already got it and it was cheap enough, I would take it.
Why?
Because why not?
Because you already got one.
I want another. I want more and more and more. I'll army build Shogun Godzillas.
Oh my god!
Hey, it's better than the guy who has 500 Mossmans. Remember him?
Oh god!
We saw that video. 500 vintage Mattel Masters of the Universe Mossmans. 500 of them loose.
That would be a piggy bank.
Yes, it is a piggy bank, Lee. Okay. I'll let you guys off the hook because you can't use Google to cheat. This is a Ubli bank. This is a Ubli cast iron. I mean, this is like 2 pounds. Ubli, feel that. Seriously.
Oh, this got some weight on it.
Yeah, see, it's about.
This ain't plastic.
No, it's about 2 pounds. It's a Ubli cast iron bank. It is an original Ubli. This is not a reproduction. Okay. Still has the original screw in it because that's how you open it, is with that screw on the back. Original screw, original paint job. Manufactured in 1930.
You get a good brush and scrub that down, get some of that brown film off.
Manufactured in 1930. So this is now officially the oldest toy-related item in the museum because that would make him 96 years old.
Still ticking.
Yeah, 96, still technically vintage. He will not be antique for another 4 years. So in 2030, he will be officially an antique. And he was $4.
But you get a good wire brush and some Comet, get all that brown stain.
Nothing is touching this bank. No,
touched it.
That's all, folks. He's almost 100 years old. He's almost a technical antique. $4. I mean, I saw it and I was like, "Holy crap!"
I'll tell you.
Is that a Ubli? Why? Yes, it is.
Nice little Brillo pad.
What is wrong with you? You have got issues.
I just want to get some of that brown staining off.
You don't want to do anything to this bank.
Get a Brillo pad and some Comet or some soft scrub.
No. You know who you will be? You will be Munin says $4 and that's almost an antique. It's clear not too many people saw any value in it. No, but if this was if this was at that first estate sale,
they would have saw value.
Yeah, they probably would have put $250 on this thing, and then it'll be half price on Sunday. But I was like, wow. I mean, that's one of the earliest things manufactured from Warner Brothers. I mean, really.
So that's when it was just a newspaper strip.
I think they were doing movie shorts at that time.
Oh yeah, 30. You said 31. Okay.
1930.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a fantastic find.
If you're serious, you and Richard should talk, because I have one, Everything Works, if you want to talk about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I love the Shogun War. Let's see if I can find great and Snotlips is there. He's talking about bacon, talking about Porky there. I love the Shogun Warrior stuff. Oh no. I think this thing could stop a bullet. I mean, look how thick the cast iron is. That's why it's like a 1/4 inch thick.
See, Johnny want me to get that wire brush.
No, what's wrong with you people?
Give it a little clean up. Next time you see it, it'll be shiny.
Shame on you. Shame on you. Golly, people. I'm here to preserve these things, not torment them.
Yeah, and that's one thing about old toys and just stuff, knowing how to preserve it, how to clean it, how to store it. And that's all of your collectibles, even the newer ones, you got to know. And that's what me and the guy was talking about today with the records. Hey David, how are you?
Flash.
We were talking about how to preserve records, and he was explaining to me why you shouldn't put the record in the jacket and why they put it on the outside of the jacket. I thought people just put it on the outside of the jacket at shows so you can see them without pulling it out, putting it in, pulling it out, putting it in. But he was like, no, that's to keep the jacket from splitting. I was like, oh, because the majority of my jackets are split.
Yes, people just drop the
you just put it in there, then you hold it and it drops down. And then it splits the jacket. Then you end up taping it back up, or you got to buy one of those generic jackets, so just so you can keep it. So yeah, that is very important. Put the bank on the floor. No,
Johnny, you just lost a kudos point, Johnny. You're going down a peg. But yeah, it was a decent overall show. We had a good time. Of course, next Saturday we will be going to the Masters of the Universe film. Courtesy, of course, of Stone Sour, who sent.
Thank you, Stone Sour.
He's not. I don't think he's in here today.
No, but still,
who sent us tickets? So we really appreciate that. And so we probably will not be live next weekend.
No, because it's Saturday that we go.
Saturday, and then the end of the month we will be going to Joe Fest. We're thinking we're going Sunday. Not sure exactly when we're going to be at Joe Fest. Thinking we're going to go on Sunday unless something else comes up. And of course, I will film that as a live walkthrough when we go to that show, just like I did this morning with the Retro Toy Swap. If we go to a show, I try to share it with everybody so that they can get an idea of what that show is like, looks like, feels like, whatever. And then there are some people who they can't get to shows at all. And so, and I've had people tell me that where I am, there's no shows. So it's nice to see one like that.
David had his wisdom tooth pulled, so that was really rough.
Oh, wow.
He's still recovering from that, but he's doing better. So yeah, we all lift up David in our prayers that his teeth would his tooth will recover and he won't get any infections.
Did Dr. Howard, Dr. Fine, and Dr. Howard do it? Somebody will get that reference. Who are Dr. Howard, Dr. Fine, and Dr. Howard?
Nobody knows them people.
Come on. Look at the crowd you're talking to. They know who it is. Somebody is going to tell me like immediately who that is.
That would be me. No shows in my area.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, Kamuna says that a lot.
People that are in other countries.
But I don't understand that because Kamuna, you live in the Miami area, right? I would think an area that big would have like a ton of shows. And Stoic Mexican says
that's right.
from
The Three Stooges. That's right. The Three Stooges.
Cam Unit jumping on toxic Stoic Mexicans answer. He didn't know.
Oh, a lot of people would have gotten that one, honestly. A lot of people would have gotten that one. And they were dentists in one of the shorts. Although the Dr. Howard, Dr. Fine, Dr. Howard bit was a different short, but they were dentists in one of the shorts.
Oh, okay.
You know what you do is you tie a string, and then you
shut
connect the other string to the doorknob. They tried that.
My mama did that
in one
to
of those
me.
episodes. Oh God,
she did.
Did that work?
That tooth came. She always got it out because I would always cry and run and fight, and she would do all kind of thing to hold me down. And after a while, after about 2 times, I quit telling her. And I wouldn't say nothing.
Oh,
and if you just eat a sandwich, it'll fall out in the sandwich. That's how I got it out. But it would fall out if you just left it alone. Yeah. Richard has T-Mobile Visa, and he can get free tickets to the Master of the Universe movie, so he can go as many times as he wants to.
And then you can get a free bucket in the parking lot too if you come up behind the right person.
Oh,
anyway,
no. Cam Unit said his dad loved the Three Stooges.
The ultimate collection. This is the one you want. This is the box set. If you're into this, the box set that you want, because it has independent Kemp shorts from before he joined the Three Stooges. Because remember, it was Mo, Larry, Curly. Curly had his stroke. And then Shemp came and took his place because Shemp originally was with the trio when they were doing vaudeville before they were filming. So they were like, Shemp, can you come back? We need you. And he did. But Shemp was doing independent comedy shorts. At the same time, the Three Stooges were doing that have never been seen since like the 1930s, and they're in this box set. And so and some of them are really damn funny too. It's the same kind of stuff the Three Stooges did, but it's just Shemp. So there you go.
David says Dr. Mindbender pulled this too, but he had no sedation, only numbing, because he lives by himself, so that wasn't allowed.
I understand.
So when they numbed it, he was able to drive home. So that's good. Well, I'm glad that you're recovering and you're not getting any infections. I've seen people, they get infections, they get abscess, and then they might be all out to here.
And you might be tempted to suck on it. Don't do it. You'll get a dry socket.
What? Oh, yeah.
Because you feel that there, you're like, you can't. You could get a dry socket that way, and that'll hurt.
Something. Put some ice on it, or just
So you'll be all right. Hang in there, man.
But he say he's doing better.
There's
get a couple of days off of work until your face go down and you're able to talk, because you can't go to work when your face is out to here and you can't talk, and then you drool all on, and then people start talking about you.
We'll re-show you a couple of things, Robert, because we were showing some things earlier, but Robert missed it.
Robert got to go back and watch it on my channel. They're just joking. Hey, Robert, how are you?
And Munin said Curly and Shemp were cool. Joe was awful. It was Joe and Curly Joe. Joe, I can't remember the other one. Joe Besser. Joe, I forget the other guy. Joe Besser was the Curly Joe, and he was really stiff. I couldn't stand that guy. But yeah, Curly Joe, Joe and Curly Joe. And Curly Joe, I believe, was Joe Besser.
Arch rival of the firm, Dewey, Cheatman, and Howe.
Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, Dewey. Okay.
Yeah, it's a play on words. Yeah.
Oh, he's been out of work for 9 days.
Give me the other bucket.
What bucket? Oh.
Yeah, you have my
David's been out of work for 9 days. So you got a lot of TV watched and a whole lot of ice cream ate.
I would eat some ice cream. Robert, these were not in the live stream because I had already purchased them before I started filming. And they are AJ Renzi Halloween buckets. And they're fully intact, still have the handles unbroken and everything. And I will be tomorrow putting up an independent video showing our haul from that show. including these, obviously. But yeah, we have a bunch of stuff. Had a good time. Always finding good deals. These were priced really well. These were priced really well. Classic toys from the 1970s. I consider them toys from the 1970s, as well as a few other things.
David watched the whole first season of Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, the Blue series when when Goku was a little kid, right?
We started watching Spider-Man Noir on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
And it is pretty good.
We can't get it in black and white though. It won't work. It won't work.
I was talking to the guy at work because it's this one guy at work. He watches a lot of anime. We watch a lot of the same movies, cartoons, animes, and TV shows. And he asked me if I watched it in black and white, and I told him no, I couldn't get the option to toggle through. It gives you the option, but I couldn't get it to toggle through, so we're watching it in color. And it's good. I like it. I don't know what the book series is like, but it seems like it's a pretty good show, and the storyline is easy to follow. It doesn't seem like it has any type of politics in it, any type of agenda. I don't feel like I'm being preached at.
Yeah.
Or nothing.
But Nicolas Cage is the executive producer.
Yeah.
So.
It's no girl boss in it.
Yeah.
So it's right up my alley, and I hope they keep it that way.
Yeah.
If they continue the series, if they do a second season or something. Anime is the best thing you go watch. Yeah, he watches a lot of, and it's two co-workers, and we'll sit down, excuse me, and talk about TV shows, movies, and especially cartoons that we're watching. And he always try to get me to get on these anime kicks, but this guy, he has every streaming service there is. Disney, Netflix, Paramount, all of them. Because him and his family don't have cable, so they got the streaming service. And we talk about it a lot because he has kids. So I'll tell him, well, you'll be able to watch this. Your kids will be fine watching that, but don't watch that. But what really couldn't watch a black and white, or you're missing it? Oh, yeah. Really? Okay. I guess I got that mixed up. No, not the Goku was a kid.
Okay, so
it's
the orange series.
Mm-hmm.
The orange series.
And
I Am One of Us his black and white wouldn't work either.
Yeah. And then it did say on the Amazon that your service, your I guess it's the box has to approve it. We got the box, not the stick.
Whatever.
Yeah, I always had the cube.
Bunch of crap is what it is.
Ever since Prime came out, they had you either could get the cube or the stick. I've always had the cube. So I got the cube. So whatever. Yeah, it looks good. It is a good show.
Yeah.
I was
Movie Dude said he was hospitalized in 2024.
Because of 2 unknown abscesses.
And there's David from Canada. It says nostalgic for the 70s.
Hey, David.
And 18 for some reason. I didn't know you were that old, David. It used to say and the 80s, but now it says 18.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Screw Tube did something to you. And this Saturday morning.
He said you're referring to Joe Dorita.
Okay.
Saturday morning is here.
Yeah. Just saw He-Man and he liked it. Okay. Yeah. Richie said that's creepy. Remember, this is 1930, made by Ubley. 1930. That's why he's kind of, it's a different aesthetic. And this is the original Porky Pig was very different looking than the one that you got accustomed to with the Warner Brothers shorts.
Yeah, Johnny, but YouTube doesn't give you every single thing like the Spider-Man Noir, and we like to watch when Reacher comes out. We like to watch that. And it's a couple of other things that you're not. Now, YouTube does have some movies I like, but it does get tiresome. When they show you all them darn ads, that start getting a little bit annoying.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, my birthday, I'm going to try and buy the Michael Jackson smooth. Whoa!
Oh boy, Robert. Yeah, from Queen. That's expensive. Yeah.
Well,
That's
Queen
impressive.
and somebody else had it. Very nice Porky the
I am
Pig.
one of us likes the Porky Pig. This was the estate sale find, which I'm going to do another video on.
Yeah.
But,
oh, okay. I'm way behind. Let me.
Yeah, he means Joe Dorita. That's right, Joe Dorita, and then Joe Besser were replacements after Shemp died. And every time they replaced, Joe Dorita was okay, he wasn't that great, and then Joe Besser was just miserable. But I didn't care for him. And Joe Besser was the guy that actually did films with them, but not shorts. But then he agreed to do the shorts because they lost Joe Dorita.
Robert is 58 years old.
But keep in mind that this was the estate. Ha
ha ha! Richard says to turn my color setting to 0.
We're not using a Cathode Ray TV. But what was I saying? This came from the estate sale, $4. $4 for the Ubley Porky.
And Richard said that he watched Spider-Man Noir in black and white, and it was really good. Everybody that watched it in black and white said that it's better when you watch it in black and white.
Richard, he can see you.
Oh, okay. David fixed his tag, so now it's nostalgic for the 70s.
Hey, there you go. Hey, good enough. A lot of people nostalgic for the 70s.
I never buy anything, but really want that Michael Jackson. Yeah,
it looks good.
It does, and I was tempted to buy it, but boy, now are you getting the Queen Studios or that other one? Because you remember, Queen Studios came out with one first, and then like 2 weeks later, another company came out with the same one, but it was cheaper.
He's getting the smooth gangster one from Bing Bang Studios in Hong Kong. That's what it for $130.
Okay, Munich GameStop got the Michael Jackson cards. What's the point of releasing that? The dude's been gone, so you can trade them.
People are still nostalgic about it.
Yes,
she
did.
She did get the ship. She did get the ship, and you'll see that in the video tomorrow.
The only other thing that Christopher Reeve Clark Kent Action Man figure, and David, that wasn't fair.
Okay, how about we have King Kong stare into your soul now with his green eyes
and his teeth. You see, I can get some white out and feel that teeth back.
No, you cannot. He's fine, just like he is. Just like he is.
I can feel those teeth back in with some white out.
Oh my God!
You never know.
Who are you, Aspen Dental? Some white out, buddy. No, I wouldn't put it past them.
Oh no!
What a terrible organization.
No, we're not going to talk about them.
Okay, we're not going to talk about Aspen Dental.
Yeah, next thing you know, we get sued. Yes, he got that from Retro Toys Swap today. We showed David's pickups from there. You came in late, so he got to show it again.
Yes, but that's the Imperial Godzilla from like 1975 or 1976, and it's just a hard rubber figurine. But they're usually not intact. They're usually in pretty crappy shape. You know, kids chewed on the fingers or cut them off, or because it's hard rubber, the limbs were split, or they did weird things to them, like stab them or burn them or something. So, yeah, and then of course the Imperial Godzilla, which some of you saw me actually negotiate for this and buy it at the show while I was filming, because I was like, yeah, let me try to get this right now, because somebody would have snapped it up at that price. But like I said, we've filmed already an independent video of our pickups, and it'll go live tomorrow. We'll put it on tomorrow. And then we went to a couple of estate sales after the fact, and one of them was a bust, and the other one we did quite well. And I'm going to film that stuff too, just to share it with everybody, to show them what I found. It's getting harder and harder anymore, but you can find the pickups.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you saw those again. These came from the retro toy swap today, and they are AJ Renzi buckets from 1979, Halloween buckets, fully intact, fully intact. Usually I've seen these at shows with the straps missing or cut. They're cut, but these are fully intact. And I was real happy to find these. They were priced really, really well.
Thank you, Richard.
Richie made a donation for our kitties.
See, wow, Porky could use a visit to one of those blackhead removal channels.
Well, keep in mind, it's just cheap cast iron.
That's what I was saying. All I got to do is get a Brillo pad, that SOS pad.
I bet you someone could get real hurt if this was thrown hard enough.
I watch every weekly update video you put out.
Oh, wow.
That I no longer buy sci-fi or fantasy stuff. I am on the verge of being out of debt soon.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
Yeah. There's the markers. I don't know how well you can see that. Is that in the right direction? I need to go this way. AJ Renzi made a lot of great blow mold stuff in the 70s and 80s, mostly in the 70s.
Yeah, back when Spidey and Hulk were Marvel's two biggest heroes.
Yeah, that's why they made so much of that stuff.
Uh-oh.
Oh, K Munin asking about why would the straps be cut? You know, because they got broken or torn, or somebody chewed through it, or something weird. Some kid did something weird to it, and so people would just snap them off.
But Johnny asked about that Pirates of the Dark Water ship. We talked about it. It is 100% complete.
Unplayed. Untouched.
Yeah,
inside.
unplayed with. So the parts that in bags are still in bags. I guess they opened the box with the intent of putting the ship together. And when they pulled it out and saw it, they got intimidated and just put it back in the bag. Put it back in the box. The box is torn. It has a slight tear, but I mean, that's fine because the contents are all sealed. And you know, the contents are sealed and they're on the tree. So that was fine. And Richards want to know, do y'all ever see the late 70s Tommy Rascal robot wind up?
You mean that?
I guess so.
This is what he's talking about, the Rascal little robot. It looks like a little fat Robbie the robot, basically. And they were sold loose in countertop displays and also carded. The
person that chews through plastic bucket scraps need to be kept in the basement and fed fish heads.
Yeah, I know. Well, you know, a kid who hold it in their teeth and, you know, whatever foolishness. And a lot of times these straps are broken or cut or snapped, or, you know, something bad happened to it. So there we go.
Yeah.
Another kudos point.
No, but we had a good time at the show today. Like I said, we went to the retro toy swap and we went to 2 estate sales. We passed a bunch of yard sales, but we didn't stop at any of the yard.
You know how you can kind of cruise by a yard sale, you slow down, and then you pick up speed when you see that it looks like it's going to suck. And then the people are sitting in the chair and they're like, here comes somebody, here comes yeah.
Because when you look and all you see is clothes and baby toys, you're like, nah, I don't know about that one. But with the estate sale, you almost got to take a chance.
Yeah,
and
that's 2 weeks in a row we've had some luck.
Yeah, at an estate sale. Yeah,
and it's been a while. It's been a while. I got
Action Man,
Okay.
UK stuff, Dr. X and
And
Tiger Strike.
Okay. Blue Splash is saying there, David's saying. All immune. I can't see a kid holding the bucket in their teeth being the cause of the straps splitting. Someone had the munchies. You have to be pretty hungry to chew on a rubber strap or plastic strap.
Or you that's what you did because nobody was paying you any attention and you was crying, and that's how you got yourself to calm down.
Yeah.
Are you going to paint them properly, the black? No.
No, I'm not painting
Nothing's
anything.
going to be done today.
That's how they came out anyway, because AJ Renzi, I mean, they just like they would just like drop spray these. You know, they hold a piece of cardboard in front of it and that's what you got. So this is how it looked coming off the production line. There's nothing to change with either of these. That's just the way it was done because it was cheap as hell.
So looks like Gen Z has made another classic thing big again, this time malls. Gen Z is flocking to them and are hanging around like mall rats again. They said they love talking to friends over the phone.
I haven't heard that.
Well, the malls around here are closed and got torn down.
Yeah.
It's a few that are open. We actually went by one the last time we went to visit my dad, because we passed a mall and it's always cars out there. So I was like, I wonder how many stores are open. So we went, and it's actually an outdoor mall. So all of the stores face out. You walk around outside to get to each store.
That's more like a shopping plaza than a mall, though.
Yeah, but it had all mall stores.
Yes.
It's a few in Atlanta that's open, but then you will see an alert that come up on the internet from the police saying that it's going to be a teen takeover this day and time, because that's a big thing in Atlanta now. These stupid
a lot of places having that problem.
Teen takeovers, but all of the malls around us are closed, and they're either closed and like 3-4 stores are hanging out, or they've been totally demolished. We went to one a couple of weeks ago where the Macy's was shutting down and they were selling store fixtures, and we walked around the mall. The whole upper floor was closed, and downstairs they still had like the jewelry counters, and I think it was some like phone card places. Yeah,
even the food court was gone.
Yeah,
there's nothing left.
We find that estate sales by driving around and you see a sign and then you just stop.
Yeah, but that's a dying, gone.
Yeah. Our mall only has a few things left in it. Yeah. A lot of the malls around here, like I saw an article today, that same mall that we went to a couple of weeks ago, where the Macy's was closing, gave the rest of the stores a 30-day notice. And like I said, it was only like some jewelry shops and like phone card places. And David was trying to fit about knock them.
He says they don't want the mall management doesn't want people to see how the inside of the mall is.
Everybody knows how the inside of the mall is.
Because it was empty.
Yeah, I mean, the water fountains already shut off. The lights were off upstairs. Few lights were on downstairs because all of the shops, like I said, moved from upstairs to downstairs. Food court totally closed. There was nothing there. It's probably like 10 stores, if 10.
That's when I took the picture of the Jeffrey bench and put it on the Instagram, because the sign on the Macy's said all store fixtures for sale, nothing is held back, nothing except for that Jeffrey the giraffe bench, which said not for sale on it. They would not let me buy it because I would have brought it right up in here. I would have taken that sucker home. But everything else was for sale, and man, it was expensive. I was like, you're never going to get rid of this shit. For the prices they were asking for the store fixtures, I just didn't see them being able to sell any of it.
Yeah, I just wonder how, those Gen Z people are acting there, because every time you see them around here, they're acting like wild animals. So it makes you not want to go anywhere they're at. I know I don't. I always see YouTube videos on all the dead malls. They are all beautiful, but now gone. Yeah. Gone. And Anne is here, Raccoon Eyes. How are you? Cross Country Shopping Center opened in Yonkers in 1954. It is widely celebrated as one of the first and oldest open-air shopping destinations in the U.S. Even a BTTF mall is, I don't know what BTTF means, but it's closing down.
But yeah, I have no desire to go. There's nothing at the mall anymore. There's nothing at the mall anymore, unfortunately. But yeah, we had gone to the Macy's because they were advertising that they were selling all of their store fixtures, because we were looking for stuff like that for the museum rooms. Even a good center display, something. But then they were so priced out. The stuff was so freaking expensive. It just didn't make any sense. I was like, wow, because usually we find that stuff pretty cheap.
Yeah.
If you shop around, you can find used store fixture stuff cheap. I mean, retail, it's expensive. Like that ovular table that I have in the other room is a clothing display.
Hey, Patty.
Is a clothing display that I've got all the Shogun, the Mattel Shogun Warriors on. Brand new, those things are like $400, but I found that for sale. Actually, they were getting rid of it in an antique mall. It was like $25. So you have some luck, but if it's retail $400, I don't expect to go to Macy's and see it for $325. How are they going to get rid of this stuff? They did the same thing at Joann's when Joann's closed down.
Oh God, we went to Joann's. Whoa. But then when we first started buying store fixtures, it was like Payless, a shoe show or something like that.
Payless was real cheap.
Man, they were giving that stuff away. That's how we figured out about the slat walls and the shoe shelf, because they gave us a bunch, and we looked at it. It was like, that's when we were big into Funkos. Like, hey, the Funko Pops will fit on this. And then we bought it for that, and then realized everything will fit on this if you organize it right.
Yeah, because
that's how we got modular. Into it. The Gen Z Likes Mall is a just started thing, but as said, ironic, many malls are dead as this craze started. Yeah, it died out because I don't know what killed it. A lot of people say the internet.
It's a combination.
It is a combination of a lot of things, because some malls are open and they're thriving. Others has closed.
Yeah. Part of it is oversaturation. I mean, how many malls do you need? Because the more popular they were, the more that they cropped up. And then they're designed for specific functions. So then if you can't do much with it once something goes wrong. It costs a fortune to demolish them all because of the way they're structured. It's really tough to work with. And then, of course, people buying things online instead of going to malls. And then there's safety issues because of the malls.
Violence.
Yeah, if the mall's not making any money, then they can't afford as much security, and then you have that issue.
I know the mall closest to us, they started having a lot of shootings. The Stonecrest Mall, when it first opened, it was a high-end mall, and they had a lot of nice shops and good restaurants where they had it set up where you could eat outside. Of course, they had the movie theater, and they had stuff like that. And it was nice, and people went and hung out. They had nice restaurants. And then they had a shooting at the movie theater. And then it started going down from there, and they had shut the movie theater down for a while, and then they opened it back up, and then they had a shooting at the movie theater. And the last time they had a shooting was some years ago now. They just shut it all the way down, and then the mall started dying. But we used to go when we worked with the day center, because we used to go to the malls all the time to sit in the food court. If we took the clients out, we would go sit in the food court so that they could eat their lunch, because nobody bothered you. You just found yourself 2-3 tables. They sat there, they ate. You had the bathroom right there, and they would eat, take their time, and then we could go. So we liked it for that. But the majority of the stores was closed even then. And then I don't like going to a mall where they got like 10, 20 armed security guards just walking around in full SWAT suits constantly.
Yeah, and that's the Stonecrest now. They had
Yeah.
they had those surveillance drones.
Yeah,
those
they had
Daleks
the
traveling around.
the
And
robot.
they had a support team, and the support team was like a private security group. It was five guys in full tack, rifles and body armor and everything. And it's like, these are the guys walking around in the mall now, and that's what it's degraded to.
We used to go to this other mall when I worked. I don't think you went, but it was already dying. Half of the stores were closed, but the food court was open, and they had like SWAT teams just walking around.
Yeah.
I mean, full outfit, guns, everything. And you're just like, this is the mall on a Wednesday at noon. Do I really need that on a Wednesday at noon?
Apparently. Or that one, I can't remember where it was, but almost every store had an armed guard in front of it. You remember that place?
Yeah.
There was like 13 guys with guns and body armor. And they were in front. They were in front of almost every other store.
And it was mainly the jewelry stores, but it was a lot of jewelry stores.
Like, you're gonna steal that shitty like 10-carat plated jewelry from those places.
But they're gonna steal those ugly grills that they sell. Like,
oh no.
Oh. But yeah, so when all of that came, it turned me off to the mall. I like to go and walk around and window shop at the mall. That was always cool. When we were in Illinois, they had like a real big mall. And all packed. We're back.
There we are. We were blanked out for a second.
But all of that, just the violence and the over the top security, and I don't know, all of that just turned it off for me. Just like, man, I got to go to the mall and have all of this security. I mean, yeah, is it good to have? I guess, but when you I don't think I'm in a safe neighborhood. I don't think AMC is at our mall. I just got back from it. Many of the stores are closed, and the AMC, Belk, and Chuck E. Cheese is pretty much the big thing there.
Yeah.
We must be lucky. We don't have much violence at our
good.
mall.
Saturday morning is saying there that they don't have too much trouble. That's good. But some places they just do. Some places it's like they've had some issues, and that just runs the mall down too. It drives the insurance up. You get to a point where the insurance company isn't going to insure your stores anymore when if there's too many problems. And without insurance, you cannot operate a brick and mortar retail business.
Yeah.
The state will close you. And that's also something that happens to a lot of these malls: high theft or high amounts of violence or vandalism. drives the insurance to the point where the insurance company's like, no, we're not covering you at all anymore. We can't afford it.
Yeah, and I agree with what Kim Eunice said. With that much security, it's not a mall, it's a police state. And Robert said there was a mall he used to go to in California that had arcade comic toy shops and a Funko Land. He missed that place.
Funko Land. There's Funko shops still? They haven't all gone out of business yet. I wonder about that. There was one in the Atlanta area.
What?
Funko shop. Stuck in Time.
Oh God.
I wonder if they're still around.
I actually passed where they were. I knew I was coming up to it. And it would have been behind me. The way it was facing, it would have been behind me. And I tried to look back to see if it was there. And I couldn't see it because I didn't realize that I was at that point until after I had passed it. And by the time I tried to look back, I couldn't really see the full building anymore. But yeah, it was a toy shop. All they sold was Funko Pops
primarily.
At the height. Well, not the height, but when it was still big. And then they got those companies got screwed over because you had to pre-order your Funko Pops, and then the stores would get theirs so late, like almost a year.
You weren't the big retailer.
Yeah,
you were on the back of the list.
Yeah, it was almost a year after the product came out. It was
nobody wants it now.
Yeah, and it's like you already pre-ordered it, and we still haven't gotten it yet. But now it's on clearance at Walmart.
Yeah, and then everybody only wants like the chases or variants, anyways, and you have to buy a certain amount, and so you end up with massive storage of overflow of pops that won't sell. And the last time we talked to the owner there, that's what he was complaining about. He was like, our whole basement is at the shop completely full of pops that we can't get rid of.
Well, the thing, and he said that happened was people pre-ordered, but then it took so long for them to get it. And like I said, it was already on clearance at Walmart, so they would just go to Walmart, buy it on clearance, and never come to pick their stuff up when it came because you paid when it came, not
FYE or somewhere.
Yeah, they'll go someplace else. So, yeah, they were going under, but I've been seeing the stock slowly rising.
Yeah, recently it's gone up a little bit.
Yeah, not like GameStop prices, but
that was a one-time deal.
Yeah, that was a fluke.
But there you go. So it remains to be seen. I can't remember, is it the end of this year or the end of next year that their loans come due at Funko? So we'll see what happens then. If they can get a loan renewal, they've already made a deal with the devil to get their loan renewed the last time. And put themselves in a really bad legal position because they made deals they shouldn't have to keep the doors open. So they'll either negotiate another really bad loan or go declare bankruptcy and get bought out by like Hasbro or Disney or somebody.
I think
so. We'll wait and see what happens.
Disney is going to buy them out though, because it just feels like a Disney shop. If Funko just feels like something Disney would own. I mean, Disney about own all IPs anyway.
I guess.
So it just feels like something Disney would own.
Yeah.
Isn't Funko Super 7 the same thing?
No, Robert, it's different companies.
Yeah.
And they, wow.
Oh, wow.
Because they raised the price of Pops, closing in on 20.
Really? Are you serious? Wow. I haven't bought a Pop in
I haven't looked in a while, years, so I have no idea what they're currently going for.
Yeah, I don't even look at them in the store. I was interested in the Masters of the Universe ones that are coming out.
Yeah.
Like I said, like I said, I won't go chase them down. I'm not going to pre-order them or hunt them down. If I saw it on clearance somewhere, I would pick it up. But I'm not going to look for
that
them.
could be the case. And I've been seeing more and more Funko product turning up at flea markets, turning up in thrift stores.
Yeah.
A lot of it in the thrift stores.
Yeah.
Because that's the direction it's going in. It was just too much. They oversaturated the market. They should have kept it small. And, you know, the demand probably would have held out, but they just overdid it. They overdid it.
Yeah. And that's what I'm thinking, Frankenfrog. There's certainly a lot of Disney properties itself. And then, like I said, Disney owns so many IPs like Star Wars and Marvel and all of those things. So it's like they would just buy themselves almost because they own all of that stuff. So they may as well just buy it and keep making it if they want to. I mean, I don't know.
It would be great if you could be available for auctions at their Funko stores when they started liquidating the inventory in the stores, because it would be nice to get some of those store displays, although some of them are pretty damn big.
Hey, Daniel, sorry.
It says, why doesn't Orko show up in any of these movies? I don't know. I don't know. We haven't seen it yet. So I don't know if it's probably kind of hard to do Orko in a way to take it seriously. One of the complaints about the film is that it's not, I've been hearing from people, like I said, we haven't seen it yet, is it's not that close to Filmation. It is Johnny Sachs. This is Funko comments are 15. But that it's not really that close to the Filmation, but how can you make it close to the Filmation without it being absolutely ridiculous? And
yeah,
Orko's kind of hard to explain. It was written for like adolescents, for people that were 8 to 10 years old. So how do you translate that into a live action film when you really can't? You've got to alter it. I know the Masters of the Universe everybody wants to see, which would be like Conan the Barbarian with Arnold Schwarzenegger, but He-Man. And Mattel will never allow that. They're never going to do it. The shareholders or the company that currently owns Filmation properties will never allow that. But
yeah, but
if it was a rated R film, people would go nuts if they did it like that.
Yeah, but it's so many fanciful characters in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost unrealistic to even do a live action and it not look cheesy. You know what I mean? I mean, seriously, you got like Ram Man and Orko and Battle Cat and what's the one? Mechaneck and Trap Jaw and Beast Man. You got characters like that. Yeah. Even though you got CGI and you've had a lot of superhero movies, and they can depict these things, but you got all of those characters on screen. It's gonna look ridiculous. It's gonna look cheesy, and then people will say, "Oh, they overdid the CGI." Well,
how else are you gonna do it?
Yeah, how else will you do it? If you use all the human characters, then you will say, "Well, they didn't have this character, this character, this character." You can't even have Skeletor without any. Well, you did it in the 87 or in the 80s, but that's when they had practical effects. But
yeah,
you didn't have a lot of the fanciful characters.
And it wasn't
in that
skull.
one.
He just had like some withered makeup.
Yeah,
you know, the original Skeletor actor.
People will complain no matter what you do with that movie.
He did a good job, actually, though, as Skeletor in that film.
Mm-hmm.
He did.
But, so I don't know. You can't really expect much from a movie. That's why I kind of wish they don't do Thundercats, because that's going to be CGI to death. You're going to use CGI for every character because there was no human character.
Silverhawks, I've heard that one. Yeah,
Silverhawks.
Yeah. You don't need to. They're talking about trying to redo a live action Inspector Gadget again. because they already did it in the 90s and it was terrible. It was so bad they did it twice because there's a sequel. It looks awful and it's nothing like Inspector Gadget, but they want to take another crack at it and they want to use Will Ferrell.
Oh God!
And I'm just like, oh my God, you know, just leave that as a cartoon. Leave it as a cartoon. It was a silly cartoon. I don't know if they could possibly pull it off. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Probably characters, and then people complain that things are over, you know, saturated with CGI. But how else are you going to get them? It's just, I don't know.
And no new lines.
There ain't no new lines.
Would be interested to see a Thundercats in CGI. I mean, if they did it right, but how do you do it right? You'd have to make it more adult themed, and then people would complain something was missing. You can't satisfy everybody.
No, somebody gonna whine about something.
I've been hearing about Thundercats back in the 90s when they were saying that they wanted David Carradine to play Tigra. And I'm like, no, that's they've been dropping that one since the 90s. But yeah, Johnny says, if you want to ruin Will Ferrell is like, as Johnny suggests, Will Ferrell will ruin any film. Some films he's well suited for, like Step Brothers.
Step Brothers was good.
Yeah. But the thing is, like most Saturday Night Live alumnists, he's a one-trick pony. All he can do is
Eric
Reese joining us. All you can do is he can give you Will Ferrell on a dial. How loud do you want me to be? Any of the Saturday Night alumnus, it's the same thing.
Oh, you were at Toy Swap today?
Oh,
and
did you?
Got in late last night from Primus concert in Windsor, Tennessee. Oh, wow.
Did you come in after we were there, or did you see us?
You didn't come and wave and say, hey.
We might have left before he got there.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I was asking. Because, yeah, we were out there, but I forget what time we left. But, you know, we did a little shopping, filmed, did a little more shopping, and then went home. We weren't going to hang around all day. But, you know.
It got hot. And then after you done walked around and did 3-4 laps, you just like, oh.
Plus, it's getting warm.
Yeah.
But, you know.
We had a good time.
Again, we did have pickups, and there will be a haul video tomorrow.
Yes.
A haul video tomorrow for those of you who are really curious about that. But yeah.
Oh, 11:30. I think we left like at 11.
Did we?
Yeah. It was like 11 when we left.
Because we were out there before they opened.
Yeah, we were out there like a little bit before 9.
I get there early for 2 reasons. One, because a lot of vendors come to the Retro Toy Swap to cherry pick so they take it and resell it. These were priced to sell. And if I didn't grab them, a vendor would have, because I got these before the show opened, and it would have been sitting in their shop for 2-3 times what I paid.
Yeah.
So I get there to get ahead of the other vendors, and also so that I can start a little early before it gets crowded, and then I can get some coming in for everybody, and don't have to fight crowds. That works out great. Yeah, No News says crazy they buy to sell. I mean, that's the name of the game. They are vendors, but at the Retro Toy Swap, a lot of the people who are selling there, because tables are only $20, it's $20 for a spot. People who are not vendors sell there. They sell there, and that's why we can find such great deals. But there are people that I know who they are that come out there that are vendors, and they pulling the wagon, and they're trying to make deals and trying to buy out people's whole tables and stuff. And I've seen them buy out whole tables at that show, and often before they even open. what's it, Carlos, one of the guys we buy a lot of stuff from. He's the guy that at the table, everything he has looks like it's from the 1960s.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of great stuff. I love the flicker rings. I wish I could afford them. But he even said that he had to stop opening up. He used to get there at 8 to set up. And he said those vendors, a lot of them were already out there and trying to buy him out. And he's like, no, man, I got to give people a chance. Leave me alone. And that, so they're out there real early. And I believe that, Martin from Retro Toy Swap, the guy who sets it up, has worked towards curbing that, having people just hang out there waiting on the vendors and going in their totes before they're even opening up, and so they can take it to their shop or something. And it's too much.
I know Charlie's Collectibles don't allow that, and he has a system.
Oh yeah, he's tight on that.
Yeah, he's very tight, and the vendors kind of don't like it, but then they understand it because other vendors come and buy before the crowd get a chance to even look at anything. So he's on that. But yeah, it's not fair. I mean, you know, you got people, everyday normies, coming out there to try to get themselves a deal, but then you get there at 6 and you walking around buying up everything, taking it to your booth, and then marking it up. And they do that at those bigger toy shows too.
All the time.
Because we go to the bigger ones, we get there early so that we can film, and they already got stuff. Oh yeah, somebody done came and bought up all of this. And you're like, yeah.
There was a show she came to specifically once because the vendor had said, he had advertised, I got a huge lot of carded 80s Masters of the Universe. I got like 50 carded figures. I'm bringing them to the show. Get to the show, you don't have any. Oh, I sold them all before the show opened to another vendor. And they're over there now and marked up. And traditionally speaking, having sold at shows before, I don't really do that hardly ever anymore, but I used to sell at shows from time to time. It's a courtesy to wait until towards the end of the show if you want to buy a vendor out, not before the show. And not before the show. You wait till to give that person a chance and to give customers a chance. Because if there's, you know, a good vibe, then you'll get more interest all around from show attendees. So, you know, if the show's going to close at 4, like around 2 o'clock, you might go up to a guy and says, hey man, you want to blow your table out? You know, I'll take over your inventory. Yeah, okay, we'll talk. You know, that something like that, not before the show even opens, and then you come in there and there's tables that are covered because somebody bought them out.
Yeah. And then I am one of us says, how can they afford it? Well, if you're a vendor, you own a store, you got money set aside for that
purpose.
We went to a show, it was a couple of years ago now, and it was a guy, and you know, we'll walk around, do a lap, maybe 2, and then, you know, look and then say, okay, I'm gonna go back to here. By the time we got back to that guy, he was putting everything in a box, and we're like, what happened? Oh, this guy down there bought me out.
Yeah, 12 grand.
The show had just started. It's just started. And it's like, we only been here an hour.
No News says we call it car boot sales here. You must be in the UK.
From what I've heard, they have a male Wonder Man, Wonder Woman.
Wonder Man.
They had a Wonder Man.
Yeah, they did, but that's Marvel.
Oh, okay. Yeah. They taste the piss that
that and that's people. I mean, he who advertised it. Oh, Johnny's gotta go. It's like, dude, you advertised it. People came specifically to buy those from you. You let down your hardline customers, your specific customers who know who you are. They came to the show to see you as a vendor, and you didn't have what you advertised because you sold out to another vendor. And also, you shouldn't. I mean, Like when the last time I did a show was like 2 years ago, and it was the Conyers Toy and Comic Show, and Cherry Pickers was there, and I know Cherry Pickers well, okay, and I've done some work for him. I've done some cleaning and pressing for Cherry Pickers comics, and I had a couple of tables full of long boxes of comics that I had brought, and he just let me know. He was like, "Hey, end of the show, I want to talk to you about whatever you got left over for your inventory." And sure enough, it's about an hour left to go. He says, I need extra inventory. Can you make a deal and I'll take the rest of your comics off your hands? And we did. But he waited until the end of the show so that everybody could have a chance.
Yeah, so you can make your little money.
Yeah,
get as much as you can.
Because it was the end of the show, I was like, okay, sure. You want the rest of these? What do you want to do? And we made a deal, and he took all my comic books. He took all of my comic books. But and there are vendors who will do that before the show even opens.
Yeah.
And like I said, that I don't like. At the end of the show, it's just more of a courtesy. It's more professional, in my opinion.
What year did that come out, K-Mune, and Justice League Dream Girl?
Last week. It sounds like modern DC BS.
I don't know. Comics have gone in a weird direction. I don't buy modern comics.
No, well, we read a lot of vintage. Well, you can see a ton of it behind us.
Yeah, we read them.
Going all the way back to Golden Age. And she's big on like vintage gold and silver and Bronze Age war comics and horror and romance comics. And the romance ones are fun though.
They are
a lot of fun.
I've been reading the Ripley's Believe It or Not lately. Oh, yeah. Those are real good.
Yeah, they're surprisingly good.
Believe It or Not. I didn't think they were going to be
Gold
good.
Key.
I didn't think they were going to be good at all. Hey, there goes Stone Sour.
There's Stone Sour. Made a donation for the kiddies because we had mentioned that Stone Sour gifted us a set of tickets to the Masters of the Universe film that we are going to next Saturday.
Yay!
So, and we appreciate that very much.
Date night.
Stone Sour. Yeah, date night. Hey, we're every night for us is date night because we just get along really well. And thank you for the donation, Stone Sour, for our cat shelter.
Okay, looked it up. The Justice League member Dreamer falling into an Elseworld, what if world, and not main universe like the 80s Nightcrawler mini did.
Whatever. It's just not, none of it seems even remotely interesting anymore. And Ooby Doob says, late buddy Tom's biggest claim to fame, having a letter published in Wonder Man #9. Interesting. But people used to do that, letters to the editor and stuff.
And they would post them.
Yeah. Post the letters to the editor, and sometimes they would respond to them, or they would show, Archie Comics would show pictures if you drew a picture.
Oh, wow. Oh.
Stone Sour just saw it themselves.
Have a good time.
Yeah,
okay, yeah. We're going next week.
If we're together, we'll have a good time. We're always. I don't know if we're gonna get a bucket.
I don't think we're getting a bucket. At least I'm not buying a bucket.
I'll dig through the trash and see if somebody threw one away.
Nobody throw away that expensive bucket.
Maybe
somebody might leave it.
They might leave one, and then
you set things down and then you forget. Then you might pick it up.
It will end up under my arm, and I will walk out with it like it was mine.
Or you sit it on the. They sit it on the floor by you, and then you scoot it up underneath your seat.
That's too much. I wouldn't do that.
Oh, you wouldn't?
I wouldn't do that.
Oh,
because that's stealing. If somebody left it behind,
okay, you gotta leave it.
Then it's finders keepers.
Finders keepers, losers weepers.
Yeah, it falls under the finders keepers clause. It's in the Bible.
What Bible you read?
No, it's not. But yeah, that falls under finders keepers if somebody forgot it. Or someone left it on the roof of their car and they drove off and it fell in the parking lot. Ground? Yeah.
You're not going to wave. You're not going to be like, hey, you drop your bucket.
Yeah, that's what you do. Hey, you drop. Oh, they didn't hear me.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll take this home. Maybe I'll catch up to them.
Yeah, catch up to them. But if I was going to get any of them, it would probably be the Battle Cat, which probably holds at best like a handful of popcorn. It's
like a half a cup.
Yeah. But still, how much is that? $40-$50? I don't want to pay. I don't want to pay for that. I don't want to pay for that. If I'm going to spend money on anything, like spend money, it's got to be vintage. It's got to be vintage. I love the history of it. I love the nostalgia of it. I love the memories of it. So that stuff, it means a lot to me. It means a lot to me. And that's what I would prefer. And so there you go. There you go. But yeah, the bucket thing's kind of getting out of hand. I mean, AMC has like what, 30, 40 things they're selling. And they've got their website, the AMC shop online.
And he showed that sword is like $600.
Yeah, like they've got high-end collectibles, prop replicas, and T-shirts, and all kinds of crap on there. And I'm like, oh, you're going too far, man. Give me a break. But the whole bucket thing.
Okay, Blue Flash has to go.
Oh, he's having trouble with the stream.
Oh, it's too choppy.
I hope no one else is.
Oh.
I hope nobody else is having too much trouble with the stream. That's unfortunate. And you know what's funny too is somebody was telling me they were watching one of the streams and they said it was choppy when they were watching it, but then when they went to rewatch it after the stream went off,
it was fine.
It was fine. And I'm like, come on, YouTube, give us a freaking break, huh? I mean, seriously.
Well, maybe it's too many people on the service at once. You remember that used to be the thing with the phone. If too many people were using it at once, then it would lag and get slow and all kinds of stuff. In the early days of internet, that was the thing. AMC is selling cups also that change from the movie version to the cup.
Oh, is it lenticular? Is it a lenticular cup? That's interesting. Yeah, Munich agrees. The only thing worth spending money on.
Oh boy, I knew he was going to throw that in there.
You got to throw that anime in there. He can't help himself. That's all right. I mean, if that's your thing, that's your thing.
Hey, yeah, everybody got their thing, and that's all right.
I can't fault you for something that makes you happy. As long as it's not hurting anybody, and it makes you happy, then whoop-de-doo.
If your family can deal with it, your wife and kids and whoever else you live with that got to see you every day, if they can deal with it, hey, it's fine.
Oh, but they can't. And JSS Brooklyn just drive by to say hello, have a great show, and they'll catch the rewind.
Okay.
Well, thanks for popping in.
Yes.
Saying hello to everybody. But yeah, that's the thing is a lot of people they can't. And I hear that a lot from people. I hear it all the time. Or I see people having to sell their I had to sell my comic collection because my wife didn't like it. Or I had to stop collecting action figures because my wife didn't like it, or things like this. I had to stop doing this because my kids gave me a hard time about it. They said I was wasting my money, and it's like, man, if they can't appreciate your hobby, if it's not hurting anything, if you're not sitting there debating, hey, we can't pay the light bill this month because you bought too many G.I. Joe classifieds. That's a problem. But if everything is copacetic, you buy all the G.I. Joe classifieds you want. And it's a shame when you have family members of any kind, whether it's other siblings who just don't get your hobby, a spouse who doesn't get your hobby, or whatever, and they've got to tear you down and try to tell you what you should or shouldn't be doing with your money that you earned yourself. Your money that you earned yourself. They're not spending it.
Nope.
It's not their money. You're not taking it from them.
Nope.
And or misappropriating it from them like you're some kind of junkie and you stole $5 out of grandma's purse so that you could go to Ollie's and buy a Wakanda figure. That's not what happened.
No, it's not cool that people try to spend your money. They don't live in your house. They don't pay one bill, but they feel like they got the right to tell you what you can have and can't have. Yeah. And I don't know which is sadder, the people that fall for that or the people that say it. But you can't live your life with somebody else. They don't like it. It's like, so We ain't married. We ain't together. You don't pay my bills. You don't even live here. You
Yeah.
can go somewhere and sit down. Note on He-Man movie, there are 3 post-movie scenes. Okay.
Oh, after the
so
film.
we need to see that.
And Munich says, from what they saw in the video today, the live stream I did this morning, you could just wait and get Joe Classifieds at less than half. Yeah, the G.I. Joe Classifieds, Marvel Legends,
Hey, Paul,
Black
how are
Series.
you?
Hey, Paul's
Paul
joining
is
us.
joining us.
They all of that stuff. I mean, some of them were as cheap as $10 mint in the box. So yeah, you are correct. Okay, Richard says, do you remember when they had the Shogun Warriors from Mattel, like at FAO Schwartz? I remember to this day they had like a 10-foot Combatra figure.
10 foot.
That I don't remember. He's talking about a display.
Display.
FAO Schwartz, because there was an FAO Schwartz in Boston. Okay, Boston, New York, Paris. They were supposed to be the high-end toy store. Translation, expensive as all get up. But they had massive displays in the store. I had not been in a Toys R Us during that time period. I was in, or not Toys R Us, in FAO Schwartz at that time period. I believe it was around Arlington Street in Boston. I had been in there much later, like in the late 80s and 90s before leaving Boston. But they had massive displays, big 2-story building open to the second floor because it was a mezzanine with escalators, and life size, like 5 and 6 foot tall Playmobil actual jointed action figures and massive Lego builds, and they did great stuff like that. Crazy huge toys and action figures, 15-foot tall teddy bears in the middle of the building and things like that. But no, I was not around during that time period in FAO Schwartz. I didn't even know about it when I was that young. And the only thing I didn't like about FAO Schwartz, well, 1, it was expensive, but 2 is the music, because it had the FAO Schwartz theme song that would play all day long. It did not stop.
Oh God.
It was a loop, and the song was only a minute long. So it would welcome to our world of toys, and it would just play over and over. And I used to think to myself, God, if I worked here, I would lose my mind listening to that all day long. The store that I would have loved to have gone to and never got a chance to was Mr. Big's Toyland on Moody Street in Waltham, Massachusetts. Never got to go to it. When I used to watch anime as a child on UHF, Star Blazers, Force 5, Robotech, Mr. Big Toyland would advertise locally on those shows because he specialized in anime related toys and action figures, but legitimate Japanese imports. And this was in the 70s and 80s. And I never was able to go there before he closed. As a kid, I always wanted to go, but it was Waltham. That was like, it may as well have been on the moon. You know what I mean? As a child. And you see the stuff, and he's showing toys you don't see in any toy store.
Hey, Jesse.
There's
how are
Jesse.
you?
Yeah, Jesse's joining us with Ralph, Alfred E. Newman there in his little thumbnail. Toys that you didn't see in any toy stores, not Shogun Warriors, Popey, the real deal. And I watch the commercials and be like, oh my God, I would love to go there because I was really into that stuff. And like I said, never got a chance before they shut it down. You can actually, that was such a famous store for the East Coast. If you put in Mr. Big Toyland Waltham in Google, you can find pictures of that store.
Yeah, they crossed over with Exo Squad. There's a big Exo Squad line of Robotech. So Exo Squad is really good. They have the regular ones, they have the Robotech, and they have the Jump Troopers. The Jump Troopers are fairly cheap. You can still get that affordable.
Those came carded, of course.
Yeah, the Robotech ones are kind of expensive. They got a little price on it.
Munich says a lot of those are very expensive and difficult to find. Yeah, all the Japanese stuff, very expensive, and some of it damn near impossible. Do you think Shogun Warriors are expensive? When you talk about some of the original figures, and we appreciate that, Jesse. Jesse says plus it's a plus to catch the live stream, and he loves the channel.
And Robert keeps getting kicked off for ads.
Anyone else having a problem? I just, you know, that's screw tube for you.
Yeah.
I wish they were paying me. You think Shogun Warriors from Mattel are expensive? The figures that they're copied from mint in the box. It's not unheard of for some of those from the early 70s, from like 1972, 1974, to go for as much as 25,000 a piece.
Oh, wow.
It's insanely expensive, some of them. Insanely expensive. And almost impossible to find stateside. You know, rarely ever. I mean, there were some pieces that were sold in Hawaii and some that were sold in California, but Mr. Big Toyland was the one that sold them on the East Coast, and hardly anywhere else. Hardly anywhere else. And they were better because, you know, Shogun Warriors is really a scaled down version of the original Popey Jumbo Machinders, because Mattel took everything off. They said, no, that's too expensive, that's too expensive, that's too expensive. And so they lost all their accessories, they lost all their extra fists, any extra features, and they're drastically different from the original versions. And especially the Godzilla. The Godzilla, they altered him so much. You put him next to the one that he's modeled after, and you can't even tell they're the same toy. It's so. The head, for example, on the Popey one, looks like Godzilla's head. It's not the big chunky one that they put on the Mattel version. And they got rid of the talking feature. It was a pull string talker. It had huge fins, so like 2-3 inches long on his back. The big spikes. Mattel was like, oh, that shit's too expensive. Take it all off. And you got Shogun Godzilla. What's that? Saturday Morning said, a shame that Voltes v. English dub didn't last long in America. It did get some VHS releases at least. Yeah, not too much got over here. And F6 Scott said had that exact same thing with a toy store in Gardenia, California. Yeah, with the actual Japanese imports. Yeah, because I know there was a couple of places in California, and I know there was a couple of places in Hawaii. Like there was the guy that has all of the like Bullmark stuff, and you've seen him at a couple of shows. He has a lot of the Sofubi, the true 70s Japanese Sofubi stuff. He comes to like Joe Lanta and Toy Lanta sometimes. Says that they
know Bull Whip or whatever you just
said. Bullmark.
Bullmark.
He told me that he got them from a guy who collected them in Hawaii in the 70s because of their affiliation with Japan. But yeah, Mr. Big Toyland was the one in
a couple of years ago in the Philippines. They had the Vultures 5 Alive action Saturday morning.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with that one. I'm not too familiar with that one. But that was, that was my experience. And then, of course, there was always the KB toy stores. There was really just one accessible Toys R Us in Boston that I knew of in the Boston area. And then FAO Schwartz. But FAO Schwartz was more of a specialized toy store, although they did start carrying action figures and things, but they were expensive there.
Yeah.
They were almost like 30-40% more expensive retail than buying them anywhere else. But, hey, we're getting close to the 2-hour mark. So we'll go ahead and sign off. Again, I wanted special thanks to Richard and to Stone Sour, made donations to the channel to help us out with our cat shelter. I did do, of course, a live earlier today from the Retro Toy Swap, which is up on the channel if you did not see it. If you wanted to check that out. There will be a haul video from the retro toy swap that we'll put up tomorrow. And then another haul video is coming up maybe Monday for the estate sale. We had good luck at an estate sale here this afternoon. And so, hey, thanks everybody for joining us this evening. Hope you had a good time.
Yes.
And we will try to do this again sometime soon.